Let's go to domain section and fill it. Here we will have models of a of API. Then we will have repositories. I just call them repos in a short way. So for models, there will be two type: request models and response models. Request models are used whenever we need to send requests to our API. It takes params, right? Like which page we are asking, how many elements it should contain per page, and for search endpoint we should send query also. These things, well, we can take them one by one, but they're going to mess up at the end. Thus, we had better keep them in one model in a compact way. Let's start from it. App request, no, just request model, we will call it request model dot file. Request model. Well, one thing is obvious. There will be two endpoints, right? And they going to take different params, almost exact, but for search endpoint we should pass query, and it is required. Orientation, size, color, well, they might be if you prefer, but our main focus is for query, page, and per page. For search endpoint, we have counted three essential params. For curated one, there is only two: page and per page. And dilemma will come will kick off. Okay, we can put here three params. There is no any problem with it, but we should convert them to JSON format to send as a query params. For created endpoint, we should not send query, otherwise it will throw us error. How we can avoid it? I think we should create two mappers and and by decider switch between them. I will explain with real code. Now you will understand by code. Well, we will have two mappers. Both of them return map. Map is almost pretty much similar. Map is similar to JSON data, so we use map to convert them. First one will be for search endpoint, for search, and it will return map. It is for search. There will be query, and we pass query. Then we will have page. We submit page of this class. They are coming from above. Don't get confused where he's going, where he's getting these params. They are coming from above. Page, per page. Sorry for this, I forgot it. Here you are. Mapper for search endpoint is ready. Now we need for curated endpoint. We just change its name, curated. Then we remove query from it as it does not require it. Then we will put here decider. We remove it. we call it to json and require bool para. Is it search? Well, if it is for search endpoint, is it for search? If it is for search endpoint, this use for search. If not, we use for curated. That's it. We keep them abstract, so no one could see them. They may mess up with it. Let's keep them encapsulated. Can you remember our OOP course? I have explained everything about this. We are doing the same thing here. We are encapsulating an unnecessary object. Well, it's almost close to abstraction, but it is something different. So we have created two mappers and one decider. By its decision, we send corresponding mapper. We are done with request model. What about response? What it is, how it should look like. First, let's create a response model class, and I will show you the most easiest way to handle it. Well, response model actually means what kind of data we will receive from API. Well, it shows us this from curated and from search, the same model type will be returned. So there is no any problem if we copy and generate model upon one of their responses because they are the same. I have found one amazing website that converts JSON data to Dart model in an easy way. Well, JSON to Dart model. I would prefer you to use this because writing it everything, it's everything on your own will take you a lot of time, and this code is vulnerable. If you miss one comma or point, it will give you error and you will wonder for hours what I have done wrong, and it will give it to ready machines and libraries to handle it for you. Well, it says us name your class. We wanted to name it response model, right? Response model. Voila! Within a second, it generated us a huge amount of code, which we just copy and paste easily without any effort. Here you are, we are done with it. Our response model is ready. What we have here? Total results, page per page, photos, next page. Well, we don't need next page. Well, someone may need or not. Then what about photos class? It has ID, width, height, URL, other stuff. So we are done with response and request model.